Jenny, this just came in. Special delivery.
Is it?
This is the first prototype we've been sent to review.
Oh, exciting.
It's called Pigeonpocalypse.
Pigeonpocalypse. Apocalypse?
Pigeon, say it with me. Pigeon.
Pigeonpocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Could they make it any harder to say?
They could have called it Pigeonocalypse.
If you have
ridiculous.
If you had a speech impediment, like I do, that doesn't work.
Pigeonpocalypse.
Pigeonpocalypse.
You can do it.
I can't do it.
Do it in one word. One take. Pigeonpocalypse.
Pigeonpocalypse.
Not lips. Apocalypse. Can you say apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Okay. Instead of apoc, put pigeon there. Pigeonpocalypse.
Pigeonpocalypse. So, I've had the benefit of being able to set up the camera while you read the rules and have a look at some of the cards. So, first impressions?
No pressure, right?
Yeah.
First impressions of this, the card artwork's pretty cool. They have got a ninja squirrel style warrior in here who is, we'll do a close up of it later, but the artwork on here is really cool. It seems like a really simple game to play and really quick to pick up. So yeah, you're basically playing pigeons and squirrels who are trying to defend their park from visitors.
Yeah. I've had a look at some of my cards and I really like the artwork on it. Having seen you create some very cool games and had a little dabble myself, what I will say is I applaud anybody that puts themselves out there and puts a game to the
So here he is, I've set it all up. We've got two visitors here.
Yeah.
Park deck, a city deck, denoted by the artwork on the back.
Grandma Ruth. That's actually my sister, by the way. Her name is Ruth, and she's a grandma, so that's what my sister is like. Grandma Ruth.
Well done.
Killer from the start.
So, a bit about Pigeonpocalypse then. So, in this game, you are playing pigeons and squirrels who are trying to defend their park from all the visitors. So, Grandma Ruth, a dog, and there's also a non-suitable for work variety where there's a exhibitionist who you also have to defend against. So, you do that by playing cards from your hand. You can do it against any of the visitors in the park. All the cards, well not all the cards, but most of the cards have a numeric value in the top left-hand side of that.
Yeah.
And you play these cards face down. At the end of the round, whoever has the highest amount of cards on one of them wins that visitor. They have victory points up here in the top left, so that's 5 for Grandma Ruth. First person to 15 wins a game.
So, my first thoughts is the artwork on this is absolutely fantastic. Really good, really well done. Having seen you, and I know you've got a couple of games out there in the mix, and the effort that you have to go to, and yours hasn't even got artwork in it yet, I can see immediately the effort that's gone into
yeah, definitely. The Squirrel Warrior, we need to take a picture of that because the Squirrel Warrior card, that's amazing. It looks like Snake Pilson from Escape from LA and New York. It's great.
Even Unstoppable Scout, that's fantastic. Look at that. That's
cool
really good. And I like the back of it as well. I think again, I could play this with my kids. I know that there's a not suitable for work version.
Yeah.
But this is looking at that. I don't think that's I've got a 5-year-old. I've got an 8-year-old. I wouldn't be upset. You
exactly.
yourself have got young kids. You know, you wouldn't be upset playing with that.
Yeah, like this is has got the NSFW version in there, but it does tell us in these rules how you can take those cards out. Yeah. So it's family friendly.
Well, without further ado, let's give it a go.
Let's just play through it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so at the start of the round, you draw cards. We've already got 4, so we don't do it in the first round. One by one, assign cards to who you want to attack with face down cards next to these visitor guys. You can begin, because you're the oldest.
So I can do the Unstoppable Scout, right? Choose one player and look at the cards in his hands. And play this at any time. Okay, cool, right. So
happy with those?
I am, because I know I will just show the people at home.
You can look. It doesn't say you can show them my hand.
Look, he has the Pigeonpocalypse.
Pigeonpocalypse.
It's easy for you to say.
It is, but not for you.
Not for me. But anyway,
which is worth 100 points.
100 points.
So it's worth noting, on your turn, you can play as many cards as you like. However, every round you're only drawing another 3 cards.
Yeah. So
you played your card, so my turn. So I'm going to play Nuclear Boost. And this allows me to draw 3 cards. So I'm going to do that anytime. So I draw 3 cards. Nicely shuffled. Your turn.
I'm going to put that down, right?
Yep.
That's what I do, right?
Yep, cool. I'm going to put that. If you put it there, and then put it that side. If you put yours that side, and your turn.
Cool.
Just reading the card text.
Okay, so this one says choose one player and shift his cards clockwise away from his location. So I'm assuming if I choose you,
which is the only other player, yep. So you'd move this clockwise to the next. So that goes face up there. We'll put a discard pile there.
let's say like play the card face down as if it was a minion. So
oh, okay. So sorry. So what you need to do, you place it against. You place that on here.
yeah.
Yeah. So when we go to reveal these cards, the tornado strike happens first, which will move these guys over to there.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Cool. Okay. Is it just one card you do, or all? Choose one player and shift his cards. So it's all his cards.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's annoying. Cool. I am then going to. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to play more cards this round.
And I'm done as well because I know I can only pick up 3. And then
Okay, so you reveal all cards and count who has won which card. So let's start with Grandma Ruth over here. So you played a Squirrel Warrior, 2 points is uncontested, so you get Grandma Ruth.
Oh, nice.
She's all yours, mate.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now, though?
I don't know.
Because it says to shift his cards clockwise, but there's nothing there, right? Yeah, it doesn't actually cover that. What would happen? I presume that it'd be before that kicks off then, right? You play like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
It says they happen first, so once everyone has placed all the cards they want to do, the cards are then flipped and revealed. First one notice the tornado strikes. Players that place them must choose whose minions will be moved and then move them clockwise. Then you add up the total amount of power with each players.
So I could have. Yeah, okay.
So that would happen first, right?
Yeah.
So that would go there.
Yeah. Cool. And then no one would get Grandma.
No one would get Grandma Ruth, but because I've got a Pigeonpocalypse, I'd get that.
No, I get it.
It's moving my cards around, not for you. So play this card. So choose one player and shift his cards clockwise. You don't get the cards. You just move them away from that.
Well, there you go. That's an interesting rule.
Well, there we go. So you've blown the Pigeonpocalypse over to this Grandma Ruth. These get discarded, and I take this Grandma Ruth.
And that goes.
Cool. So a new city card comes out for the next round, and we have Robert the dog.
Oh, nice.
Cool. You draw 3 cards, and I'll draw 3 cards. So you've played Maximum Apocalypse.
Yeah.
What did you think to Pigeonpocalypse?
2 very different games.
They are 2 different games. Yes.
And it has very much an Exploding Kittens feel style game to it. We played a 2-player derivative, and we then played a 3-player derivative for this game. Obviously, it'd be nice to play it with more numbers, but there's only the 3 of us here tonight, so
we only have 1 friend between us.
Yeah,
So.
just between.
Friend.
I have to say, 2-player, and that's not being horrible. It just didn't work. For me, it needed another dynamic to make that compelling to play as 2-player. The moment we added the 3rd player in, the game came alive for me.
Yeah, I think with the game it's quite a simple game to pick up and play.
Yeah.
And 2-player, it kind of lacked that competitiveness, I think. And with the 3 players, there's a bit of bluffing in here.
Yeah.
It really had opened it up, and not just because Will was in it, and we like to play competitive games against Will because it's good gang up against him. But no, it just felt really worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I agree what you say about Exploding Kittens. It had that kind of
it had that feel to it. Yeah, it hasn't got that depth that Exploding Kittens has, but Exploding Kittens has had so many more expansions brought out to add that dynamic to the game. You know, but the original Exploding Kittens was quite a simple, fast-paced
Very
game.
basic. Yeah.
You could play it. You know, we play it with friends all of the time. You aren't board gamers, so come around for a glass of wine, beer, whatever, and we'll get it out and we'll play it. And it's great fun. And I get the feeling this would be another one. It's really simple to explain. I cannot tell you how much value a game that is simple to play when you've had a few glasses, you had a couple of glasses of wine and you're like, oh, what should we do? Oh, you've got some interesting board games there, and you go, well, we're not going to get Cypher to tower now, so, and Tokyo Highways are not going to happen. So, for me, this is a fun game just to
pop out when you've got friends around,
got friends over.
for an evening, or you can have it during a work time. It's 2 to 6 players for this, and honestly, like I could see us playing this at work.
It's a lunchbox special contender, isn't it?
It's a lunchbox special contender.
And the other thing that I really like about it is like it says it's an 18 plus, and there are some NSFW cards in there. Easy for NSFW, not suitable for work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the word. NSFW, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think it needs it. I don't think it really adds anything. But the nice thing is, if it didn't have those cards in, I'd quite happily play this with my 8-year-old. I really would.
Well, it's worth knowing that we got sent the complete edition, so that includes the. There's only I think 2 card types which are for the non-suitable for work one. So if you just bought the regular version of this on Kickstarter, whenever it comes out, you wouldn't need to worry about it. But the instructions came telling me which ones were the NSFW ones, so we could remove those. But yeah, playing with your kids, it'd be great.
So we're talking about Kickstarters, and they always have pricing points, and there's always expansions and such and such and such. So for me, I don't know what the Kickstarter's coming out at, but I'm reckoning around $25 to $30 would be a reasonable price point for this game.
I'd say it's probably going to come out in euros, but around that kind of thing.
But I wouldn't pay more for it. I wouldn't pay any more than $30, including shipping on that one. But that said, if you like card games and you like things around the Exploding Kittens genre, then this is one to pick up and to get.
I'd also just say that obviously if this is going through Kickstarter, which I'm fairly certain it is coming through Kickstarter, this is what Kickstarter's for. It's for funding. This is done by, I think, 1 to 4 people did this. Marek Matas was the guy who designed this, so it's his baby. There's some people who did some really lovely art on here, and obviously playtesting and stuff. But I think this is what Kickstarter's for, right? Funding people who aren't some big studio like Cool Mini or not, and getting their game to the table. So I think personally, I agree with you. Probably 30 euros is the most I'd spend for this. But if it was a little bit more, with P&P, I might do it just so this guy who's 27 years old managed to get this out on the table because it's really fun. He did a great job.
But I think you have to be realistic. I know you would. Yeah. But if you hadn't played the game, would you go, ooh, $32, $33? For me, I think it's just slightly pushing the mark. But I don't know I genuinely have no idea what they're going to charge for it. But for me, Maximum Apocalypse for me, that was a fun game. I can't remember what that kickstarted at, but that was pricey. But this is as fun, not as much depth, but it's fun. If you wanted an Apocalypse game with pigeons,
there isn't any other out there.
There is none in that genre set. This is the first. This is groundbreaking.
Yeah, stuff. Well done, Marek. It's worth noting we're not going to give a review score for this because this is a prototype, and I don't think it'd be really that fair. But overall, I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I agree with you, Jamie. 2 players doesn't work as well. 3 player up. I can't wait to play this with 6 players at work. I imagine it'll be great fun.
And full disclosure, we don't know the publishers. We for our channel we pushed out there and said, hey, if anyone wants to send stuff to review, please send it. But this is an unbiased review. We don't know the people. We've never met them in our lives. They're not paying us to make this review. And certainly, while this channel exists, we will take games from anybody, but we won't take payment to review stuff. Yeah. He says, until we're like familiar enough for long enough, But Yeah, for
in all
us,
seriousness,
yeah.
it's totally unbiased review
Yeah.
of it. If it was biased, we'd say that the 2-player version was great, but it wasn't. 3-player up, perfect.
Yeah, fun game, definitely worth getting when it comes out on Kickstarter. I'm definitely going to be a backer.
Yeah. I mean, we've already got a copy of it, but to be fair, to help this guy get his game out there, I probably would back this.
Yeah, when the Kickstarter comes out, we will link it below in the description. Obviously, while the Kickstarter's there, we're not going to do that, but we will put a link to his Facebook page, Twitter, and whatever else he's got going on, so that you can go and sign up. And if you enjoy this review, you can hopefully get a game.
Yeah,
that's
and if you're a publisher, please send us your games.
Yeah, send. Anyway, so that being said, stolen from Tim Tracker again. Like, too much Tim Tracker. I've got to stop on my Tim Tracker fest.
Okay. So we are Rolling.
Catch us on Facebook,
YouTube,
Instagram,
subscribe.
and if you want notifications, make sure you ring that bell.
Are we going to roll these dice?
Well, why not?
I'm fine. Oh, that's good.
Oh. So what I need.
Huh?
So what I need.
What's the name?
Bit caramel.
Oh, that's going to try.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the best one.
I'm going to get some.